my friends, welcome to a brand new video. My name is Beck and I'll be your YouTuber for the next handful of minutes. If you wouldn't mind chucking us a like and offering us a subscribe, that would be duly appreciated. So I haven't done a favourites video in quite a while, and that's normally because I personally don't always enjoy to watch them myself, unless I am looking for new makeup, for example, or like, I don't know, fitness related stuff. I have all intents and purposes to make this video fairly quick because I look 10 times more unattractive than usual because literally all of my makeup is from the gym this morning except my eyes. Like my eyebrows, my foundation, everything's from the gym. And you know, I fully support people not wearing foundation because it is a crap hole. So I will reference the videos and put them in the cards when I talk about them, just so you guys can get a bit more of an in-depth review, because I've done first impressions with all of these products, I believe. So first up is the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I was about to say foundation, and I have mine in the color light neutral, and I absolutely love this concealer. It is amazing. It is like high coverage, it is just thick and creamy, it blends amazingly, the color is perfect for me. It's amazing. I know I talked a bit about the controversy in there was a haul and first impressions, I believe, but yeah, so obviously there's the issue of there's like no darker colors, which is very unfair, and I even want to say it's kind of borderline racist because you're like just forgetting about the darker skinned people or just not caring about them. So but yeah, this is, I have to admit, this ignoring all of that bull crap that Tarte did, it is an amazing concealer. I understand why all the beauty gurus are using it. I believe it wasn't even too expensive. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't expensive either. But I love it. I use it on a day-to-day basis, but it's quite easy to cake up, especially if you're using it around your eyebrows. If you accidentally use too much, it will cake up, and for me it goes yellow because it's like a yellowish sandy color, so you just have to watch out for that. And then next up we have the Rimmel Match Perfection Silky Loose Face Powder, and it's in the color 001, which is transparent. So basically this is just a setting powder, and I use it for baking. To apply it, I use my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. So it's just this like thick brush, and then to dust it all off, because when you bake you need to dust it off, I use this brush, which is the Models Prefer MPD 104, which is the powder and bronzer brush. And this is just, believe it or not, it was like I think $12 or $18 Australian dollars, and this is amazing. Like, it's the only setting powder I've ever used in my life, but like it's amazing and it's cheap, so why would you want to use anything else, you know? It's great. There's a lot of product. I'm still going at it. Now this one I totally dissed in the first impressions video, which is the same one from the Tarte concealer thing. So this is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara, and I totally dissed it. I hated it when I used it the first time, but now that I've like sort of figured out how to use it, I actually love it. The issue that I had was that it made really like, I kind of want to say spindly, is that the word? It gave you spider lashes, but not in the nice way. I mean, not that spider lashes are really nice anymore, but yeah, so it just wasn't really nice. So the way that I do it now is I do one coat of my regular mascara, and this is also better for money wise because you're using less of this. My original mascara is CoverGirl Clump Crusher Extensions in the color black, very black, very black. I do one coat of that on bottom and top, and then I, you know, let it dry. Then I use this on the bottom and top as well, but very, very sparingly on the bottom, and because it is a very black mascara, and because of the brush it is actually fairly easy to clump. And then lastly, it's a bit of a big one, so it is my 3 palettes from Morphe, but there are some that I love more than others. So I have the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. It's got such a beautiful range of colors. My god, it is beautiful. I love it. I like how it's got basically all of the shadows you'll ever need, like the basic shadows. Of course you will need extra palettes if you're trying to do a big look, but you can probably get away with doing one look with this. I wish there were more blues. I really like these two blues. They're probably my favorite shades in the palette. These two blues and this pinkish color. This is actually probably my least favorite out of the palettes. I'm not saying it's bad, I just prefer the other ones just because they've got a lot more of the shades that I would love to use and that I do use for my YouTube looks and stuff. So next up is the Morphe Ready Set Gold palette, which is the 35R palette. And this one is probably my second favorite just because these are like all of the shades that I ever use in my entire life just for regular, like, going out. I tend to just go for an earthy brown and gold look because I feel like it's fairly safe. But yeah, this palette, it's just gorgeous. I love all of the browns and the golds. And the only reason why this isn't my most favorite is because I feel too safe with it. I kind of sometimes just like to experiment, and with this palette I can't experiment as much because they're fairly safe and normal colors, which is why this one is my favorite. So this is the Morphe Boss Mood palette, which is the 35M palette, and it's labeled as an artistry palette, not a makeup palette, but this is what it looks like. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. The beautiful purples, the greens, and literally I'm so glad that with my eye, skin, and hair color I can wear literally all of these shades. So I've experimented with pretty much all of the colors. So I've used the greens today, I've used the oranges, I haven't used the pink, the purples, I've used a little bit of pink, haven't really touched the browns in here, but they're gorgeous. And just about all of the Morphe palettes, I was worried when I paid for them and hadn't received them yet, because I was thinking like just waiting for them to be shipped. I was like, well, technically the only people that I watched that used the Morphe palettes were people affiliated with Morphe, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, maybe I should have done some further research, because I didn't think about it and I didn't actually register it until I already paid for them. And I was like, oh my god, I just spent over $100, I think it was $120 exactly, to get the free shipping. And I just spent $120 on 3 palettes that may be bad. And I am so glad. They're actually amazing. All of the colors in the palettes, they all have companion shades, I don't know what you call them. They're amazing. They've got great pigmentation. I thoroughly suggest getting one if you haven't already. So those are all of my favorites. I will leave links to all of the products down below, and you can check out the my favorites playlist to check out my previous makeup favorites. So this is probably my most expensive monthly favorites. I'm happy. I never thought I would be happy to be spending money, but here I am. And so yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I love you guys. And yeah, don't forget to comment down below if you have any comments, suggestions, or queries. I always reply. And I'll see you in one of the previous videos or one of the next ones. It depends. Bye.